NBA Finals tonight at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on ABC and ESPN Deportes. Giannis and the Bucks look to even the series while Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and the Suns try to take a 2-0 lead. Our coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 8:30 and can both be seen streaming live on the ESPN app from anywhere. One app, one tap. There's no greater gift to an NFL quarterback and his offense than a free play, and that usually comes courtesy of the hard count. While the scouting combine famously measures speed and power, agility, explosiveness, and intellect, a quarterback's voice control usually goes overlooked. Last season, the Chiefs and Browns drew the most offsides penalties on opposing defenses in the NFL, and it's no surprise that both of those teams have notable quarterbacks in Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield, as they both look to keep defenses guessing. Here's Steve Young with more on the art of the hard count.
A classic melody has a familiar, comfortable rhythm. But when you crank up the cadence, torque up the tempo, it can suddenly become very uncomfortable. In the brutal trenches of the NFL, the instrument of chaos is the quarterback's voice.
First of all, I have a great voice to do it. I think it scares the defense a little bit.
I think it's one of those things that you got to play the game. You got to play the game to know the game.
It's kind of an art.
This is the art and craft of the hard count.
Try to get us a free one before the 2-minute, okay?
Like a pitcher changing speeds and locations,
Wide, 7 hot! Let's go!
the quarterback's mere manner of speaking can keep defenses off balance.
It's a game to really manipulate the defense and to really put a challenge on the defense to make calls and to process things too as well.
You have those big defensive ends. If they know your snap count, they're blowing past the tackle before the tackle even has to drop step.
Who you're going against. Is it a defensive front where they're very passive and they're just not trying to get to the quarterback? Or is it a defense where they got some guys that's getting paid $20 million to get the football? You just kind of switch it up, keep people on their toes.
It's super important to change your voice, change your tone, change the decibels of your voice inflection.
Like learning a complicated instrument, the rhythm of a hard count takes years to master. John Gruden was one of Jared Goff's teachers.
Jared Goff, good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
We're going to go on a hard 2. It's got to sound exactly like you're on 1. That's when you're going to get great at it. Aaron Rodgers, unbelievable.
Yep.
He'll go out the whole game. Blue 45, blue 45, set hut. Blue 45, blue 45, set hut. Then it's blue 45, blue 45, set hut. Hard count.
Yeah.
Let me hear your hard count. Come on, get me going. Stand up. Let me see. Feel you.
Blue 80. Blue 80.
Set hut. Set hut. Okay, it's going to be set hut and then hut.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it again.
Let me hear it.
Blue 80. Blue 80.
Set hut. Hut. Perfect. Good.
I think the main thing I've learned is how to mix up rhythms and mix up timing and mix up the standard rhythm of your count and the standard rhythm of the game.
The primary goal of the hard count is a 5-yard offsides penalty.
Oh, let it go.
And ideally, a free play.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
So it's like green 18, green, it's a set. And I do that for like 5 plays straight. And then on second and medium, I kind of switch up the green. Green 18, green, it's set.
And then there's the less obvious, perhaps more important outcome of a well-executed hard count.
It doesn't have to just be our pass game. To have them not knowing when the ball's being snapped to where our O-line can get off the ball and reestablish the line of scrimmage.
Great hard count. This is something new for Baker Mayfield.
It's pretty vital to our offense.
Sometimes the quarterback's hard count is so convincing, his own offense is fooled.
We practice this in training camp the whole time. We have a lot of false starts, but we really train those offensive linemen and those receivers to sit in and really watch the ball.
I can't tell you how many times we go over what the cadence is in the huddle. You know, you'd be like, hey, we're running X, Y, and Z plays on a hard three, hard three, hard three, hard three, hard three. And then somebody jumps off sides and you're like, come on, man. How many times do I got to tell you in the huddle?
Today's quarterbacks are masters. Let us, count the ways.
Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson. They do a really good job.
Aaron Rodgers has been better than anybody.
In fact, over the last 20 seasons, Aaron Rodgers has thrown for 17 touchdowns on free plays. That's more than Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, and Ben Roethlisberger combined.
A lot of times you can see out of your peripheral, the line judges and see if they threw the flag or not.
Rodgers has a free play, left left side of the end zone. Touchdown!
He's burned us a couple of times, so I don't appreciate that, but I've definitely listened to some of their audio.
When you have a cadence that we have that's not really a rhythmic cadence, and you have so many different options as far as the cadence goes, it's a really big weapon for us.
All right, Dan, I'm having a blast watching that feature while watching you watch that feature and work on your own hard count. Are you willing to give us a hard count of your own while on national TV? No one's watching, I promise.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a couple of them. First of all, I want to make sure that everyone understands why we do it. Never underestimate how dumb a defense is. Never give them too much credit. They play defense for a reason. And there's always a dummy. There's always a guy we could go get. So the hard counts, I know Marcus is going to like those. The hard counts would go like this. I'm going to do them on national television. Look at his face.
No one's watching.
If I just went on a normal one cadence, I'd be like, green 18, green 18, hut. All right, that's normal one. Then if I told my offense, like, hey, we're going on a 2 here, just regular, we're going 2. Green 18, hut. Okay, so it's kind of somewhat close. Then I would say, like, fellas, we're going on a hard 2 here. Hard 2, sit in. And that would sound like, green 18, hut. Okay, so you want him to jump on that first, hut. And then if we went into 3, like, okay, I'm going to 3 here. This is the Aaron Rodgers special. I was the scout team quarterback all the time for Rodgers. It would sound like this. Green 19, hut. And you would get him on that second hut. You get him to jump, give me my free play, and we go. So and then we could go into different levels of, all right, if I go with a hard 4, I would go green 19, hut. That third hut would get him to jump. I would get Marcus Spears every day in practice if I played against him.
Dan, unfortunately, your hard count doesn't appear to work on Swagoo, who looks so zen right now, completely unfazed. Your thoughts on the matter, Marcus?
I would get that good at jumping.
First of all, you gotta have vocals to get people to jump, which obviously Darren Orlovsky doesn't have. And second of all, when you get veterans like me, you looking at the ball, okay? Number one is,
I would get you on the ball,
man. On a serious note, on the serious note, that hard count is hell, and it's more important when you in 2-minute drill into half drill. That's when those pass rushers got their ears pinned back. I'll never forget. DeMarcus Ware used to tell me all the time, Spears, they gonna get me on hard count 1 or 2 times this game, and it's usually those type of guys that you get because they are keying everything. They trying to figure out how to get a jump on everything. But Dan wouldn't have got nobody to jump. Everybody's asleep. Hey, matter of fact, throughout that feature, it wasn't one damn hard count by Darren Orlovsky, was it?
We weren't able to clear the tape for those. I was going to say, Dan, there's got to be a couple of existing somewhere, right?
Oh, we got a couple. This is what I would do to Marcus Spears, Field. This is what I would do to Marcus Spears. I'd go to our coaches and be like, yo, big fella just stares at my hands underneath. I'm going to hard count, and when I hard count, I'm going to give him my hands flash. When I hand flash, Marcus is going to be like, stumble into offensive line. I'd be like, blue 20. Blue 20 hot! And he would jump off my hands, and it would be a wrap.
Babyface.
I hear you, Swagoo.
Babyface. Ask him why he didn't do that to Jared Allen. All right, let's go to commercial.
Hey, I'm just glad Dan's kids are a little bit older now.
Way too
You
hard
could be
at
practicing
that
the hard count while they're trying not to
way
nap.
too hard at that field.
Oh, man, this segment went right off the rails. We still have more football coming up here on NFL Live, and it's no secret that the Cowboys defense wasn't